thou long our jarring notes agree. And time it is when raging war is done, to smile at scapes and perils overblown. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, Sister Katharina, and thou, Hortensio, and thy loving widow. Feast with the best, and welcome to my house. My banquet is to close our stomachs up. After our great good cheer, pray you, sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit, eat.
Padra affords us kindness. Son Petruchio.
Pedro affords nothing but what is kind.
For both of our sakes, I would that word were true.
Now for my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that? Thus I conceived by him.
Conceives by me? How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you tell me what you meant by that.
Your husband being troubled with a shrew measures my husband's sorrow by his woe, and now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I am mean indeed, respecting you.
To her, Kate.
To her widow.
100 marks, my Kate does put her down.
That's my office.
Head and butt, a hasty-witted body would say your head and butt were head and horn.
Ay, Mistress Bride, hath that awakened you?
Nay, thou you shall not. Since you have begun, have at you for a bitter gesture.
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush and then pursue me as you draw your bow. You are welcome all.
She hath prevented me. Here, Signor Tranio. This bird you aimed at, though you hit her not. Therefore, a health to all that shot and missed.
O Sir Lucentio, slipped me like his greyhound, which runs himself and catches for his master.
A good swift simile, but something currish.
'Tis well, sir, that you hunted for yourself. 'Tis thought your deer does hold you at a bay.
Oh, Petruchio, Tranio hits you now.
I thank thee for that good Tranio.
Confess, hath he not hit you here?
He has a little galled me, I confess. And as the jest did glance away from me, 'tis 10 to 1 it maimed you two outright.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Will I say, no, and therefore for assurance, let each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife is most obedient, to come at first when he doth send for her, she shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content, what is the wager?
20 crowns.
20 crowns? I'll venture so much of my hawk or hound, but 20 times as much upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match, 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Biondello. Bid your mistress come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half. Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and cannot come.
How? She's busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
22. Pray God, sir, your wife send you not a word.
I hope better.
Sir Biondello, go and entreat my wife to come to me, come forthward.
Oh, ho, entreat her. Nay, then she must needs come.
I am afraid, sir. Do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come. O vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sir Grumio, go to your mistress. Say I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She'll not.
The fouler fortune mine, and there an end.
Now by my hologram, here comes Katharina.
What is your will, sir, that you send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither, and they deny to come, swinge me them soundly forth unto their husbands. Away, I say, and bring them hither straight.
Here is a wonder, if you talk of wonder.
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry, peace of bodes, and love and quiet life, an awful rule in right supremacy. And to be short, what's not that sweet and happy?
Now, fair befall thee, good Petruchio, the wager thou hast won and I will add, unto their losses 20,000 crowns, another dowry to another daughter, for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, I will win my wager, better yet, and show more sign of her obedience, her new-built virtue and obedience. See, where she comes and brings your forward wives, as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Catherine, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with that bauble, throw it underfoot.
Lord, let me never have a cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
Fine, what foolish duty you call this.
I would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 towns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from these eyes, to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It block thy beauty as frost do bite the meads. Confound thy fame as whirlwinds shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee. And for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor, both by sea and land, to watch the night in storm, the day in cold, while thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and crave no other tribute at thy hands, but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince. Even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul contending rebel, and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple, to offer war where they should kneel for peace, or seek the rule, supremacy, and away, when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to ill and trouble in the world, but that our soft condition and hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, ye froward and unable worms, my mind hath been as big as one of yours, my heart as great, my reason happily more, to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, that seeming to be most, which we indeed least are. Then wall all your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hand below your husband's foot, in token of what duty if you please. My hand is ready, may it do him ease.